So the turntable option in Adobe Illustrator is now available outside of the beta, and it lets you rotate a flat 2D vector art into a 3D space. So it automatically generates different viewing angles for you, but that's not everything, because they also added another option, which is really awesome. But let's first take a look at this vector art, which you can make 3D. So I have this vector here. First thing I'm going to do is select everything and then either press group here in your contextual taskbar or press Ctrl-Command-G to group your layers together. Now, let me move this contextual taskbar. With this one selected, you have several options. You can go to the properties here and choose turntable. You can choose turntable on this contextual taskbar, or you can go to object, generative, and then choose turntable here. Now, turntable does cost credits, so keep that in mind. But when you press turntable, it will generate multiple views for you, as you can see here, making your 2D art available in a 3D space. So now Illustrator has finished making our 3D object of our 2D vector, and as you can see here in the contextual taskbar, which by the way, if it isn't visible, you can go to Window and then check contextual taskbar here. In the contextual taskbar, when you have your image selected, you can now rotate it. As you can see, we can rotate our mushroom clockwise, counterclockwise, all possible to do now because it made several viewpoints for you. Now you have this arrow here, which lets you tilt the artwork up, so you can view from the bottom, you can view from the top, you can add a rotated view to it to the left, or you can say I want to rotate the view of it to the right, just like that. Now, what you can also do is press this one to add all the views that it created for you on your canvas, so let's do that. Let me first zoom out a bit, and then I'm going to place it here. And there are all our mushrooms, all our views of the mushroom it created for us, as you can see. Now what you can also do is when you click this one and you choose a turntable, is choose to make a GIF from it. So when you choose where you want to place it, you get this extra window where you can choose several things. You can choose view. You can choose front view, from above, or from below. And then you can also choose if you want all frames or a range of frames. You can choose the frame rate you want to use, as you can see here. You can choose the motion. So how you want it to turn, just linear playback or back and forth. The direction, clockwise, counterclockwise, like that. And then choose if you want a transparent background, a white background, or a black background. And then just like that, you made a GIF from your 2D vector artwork, and you can export it as such. But as I said, they added a new feature to the turntable you can use, and it's really awesome. It lets you use a picture and make a 3D art from your picture. So not a vector object, as you can see here, it's a JPEG. This was an SVG. This is a picture. First, let's select this one and the contextual taskbar choose to remove the background. Now, we have removed our background, same concept, you select it, and you can choose turntable here in the properties if you want, and now it will generate multiple views again, but this time from a picture and not a vector. So let's just see how it will make our cat 3D. So, as you can see, it also says it has saved the original artwork in our properties layers window. But then again, with our cat now, we can turn it around. And as you can see, it did make some fake fur because it didn't have the view from the side or anything else, but it did quite a good job. And you can now have your cat in a 3D space, even though it was a 2D picture. And you can add to the left and to the right to it if you want to. So now we have cats. And the same as with the vector, you can select it, go to turntable and add all the cats you have generated to your canvas. You can make a GIF from it if you want to, and It's all the same except for this is a picture and not a vector. So they gave you the option to do this with a vector and do this with a picture. That's the turntable in Adobe Illustrator. Uses credits, uses AI, and lets you make 2D into 3D without having to manually make all the views yourself. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, and as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.